Hello, and welcome to Continuing Education, a podcast for homeschooling families with actually useful information. Today, our topic is the benefits of Minecraft in your homeschool routine. I feel like one of the more popular questions I hear from parents is something along the lines of, my kid loves to game, how do I make it educational? Or perhaps, how do I count this as school? First, you should know public school kiddos are gaming too, so if you're in a state where you need to track hours spent, you can absolutely count certain games, especially Minecraft. Let's talk specifics about the educational benefits of Minecraft. Minecraft is what's called a sandbox type game that allows players to explore, build, interact in a block-based world. In fact, you may look at it and think, oh, the graphics on this are horrible, but what's really cool about Minecraft is that it's open-ended and there are a lot of various ways to play it. So you can creatively build things, you can complete task-based activities, you can battle the game or other players. So there's a lot of flexibility in how your kids engage with Minecraft. Minecraft itself has some inherent educational concepts like math, geography, or geology. Minecraft has lots of mods and add-ons that are specific to teach certain concepts like history and culture. Today, my discussion is going to focus on the vanilla or plain version of Minecraft that doesn't rely on you installing or signing up for anything extra. For example, when you dig in Minecraft, you're obtaining substances that exist in the real world. So you dig down into the ground, and Minecraft places those things in a realistic location or quantity. So here's an example. In Minecraft, one common item that you can obtain is coal. Coal can be used in a variety of ways, but it's often used for fuel. It's one of the first resources that a lot of people will use for fuel. Pro tip, if you are playing Minecraft for the first time and you're thinking that you need to use coal, might I recommend you instead use wood? I made the mistake of using coal, and in real life, coal is a finite material, and so you can't generate more of it, which means you're going to quickly run out of fuel. When you're looking to use fuel for various projects, like I did, I realized I was going to run out of coal, so I was forced to think about how to use substances that I could regenerate over and over again. Those kinds of features, in addition to others like deforestation, farming, and water flow, can teach your kids things like sustainability and ecological concepts without even realizing it. Minecraft also can teach collaboration, leadership, and social skills. So one example of this is we have a Minecraft realm, which allows our kids to play with our extended family. So it's basically one shared world that anybody can log into, and by anybody, I mean anybody you invite, can log into, and they can play together in the same virtual space. Before each world that we create there, we have a town council meeting where we discuss the rules of the world, our goals, what resources we'll share, and what we want to keep for ourselves. And I've observed that over the years, my own kids, their communication has gotten better and their problem solving has excelled through these kinds of activities, all while they think that we're just playing a game. While we're having fun as a family, they're also learning things like entrepreneurial skills as they try to gather materials and sell or trade it with other people, or economics or government as we talk about how we're going to, what are the rules of the game and what's going to happen if someone breaks the rules. They're kind of testing those social dynamics and they're learning these other skills along the way. Incorporating Minecraft into homeschooling can be really fun. It can be effective in engaging your kids in various subjects. There's a lot of different ways to, I should backtrack. There are a few different types of Minecraft that you can download. There's things like Education Edition or Regular Edition, and then you've got to think about, do I want Java or Bedrock? I'm going to just kind of summarize all of that I recommend using the Regular Edition of Minecraft in Bedrock because it allows you for cross-platform play. And that's where you should download it. So if you download it on your iPad, it can also be played on the Xbox or on Nintendo Switch or on your phone. The Bedrock Edition allows you to do more cross-platform things. Maybe another time we'll have a more in-depth conversation about the differences in types, but just the regular Minecraft, on your regular iPad or gaming system would be perfect. So let's talk about how you incorporate Minecraft into homeschooling. The first option is the most obvious, just let your kids play. Like the examples that I gave before, you'd be surprised at what they're learning just by playing. They can learn art and design. They can be creative and, express their artistic desires by having them build sculptures, architecture, or pixel art directly on Minecraft. They can explore principles of design, symmetry, spatial awareness in a virtual environment. It's a really, there's a lot of things that they can learn just by diving in and playing. Another way that you can incorporate it is to create worlds with educational content built in. So to do this, you can create a new world and then navigate to the marketplace to select a template. The templates that we've liked are Lessons in Good Trouble, which offers information about leaders of various social justice movements. Another one that we've liked is Safari World, that has a lot of awesome insight into animals. So in these worlds, your kids can join the world and they have kind of a directed way to play. So they have things blocks that you can interact with where they give you information. So your kids can practice their reading, their comprehension, and then they learn about a subject like animals or social justice or specific people in history. So there's lots of good templates for that. Another place that you can learn about those templates are on Minecraft Education's website. Even though those templates are made available for the education version, you can use them in your version too. So that's a good place to start. Another way to incorporate it into homeschool, option number 3, is history reenactments. So you can recreate historical events or periods within Minecraft. The history curriculum that we're using this year is called Curiosity Chronicles, and it gives Minecraft ideas for every lesson. So it's built right in, but even if you're using something else, you can build whatever it is you're talking about in Minecraft. So you can have them go build an ancient civilization or maybe a really big landmark that you're talking about. We were talking about Egypt a couple weeks ago, talking about ancient Egypt, and that you could have your kids go in and build a pyramid. Or they can even role play historical figures in order to better understand the context of their studies. Number 4, the fourth way that you can incorporate Minecraft into homeschooling is through math challenges. So you can design math-related challenges or puzzles within Minecraft. So this could include calculating resources needed for building projects, creating geometric structures, or solving logic problems within the game world. With my kids, we've built really large structures, and we've had to measure how many blocks we needed to calculate the volume of various structures. Another scenario is, one thing that we've built is we built a football field. We wanted to build what would be a quote-unquote life-size football field for the characters in the virtual world. So we had to calculate, okay, how many yards to a block, and then how many blocks would it take to be 100 yards? And we had to, if we were going to try to make that to scale in the game, how many blocks would we need lengthwise and widthwise? And then we obviously had to calculate the design on the inside so that we could make it kind of look to scale. Number 5, the 5th way that you could incorporate Minecraft in your homeschooling world is through language arts adventures. So you can foster creativity and storytelling by having your students write and share narratives that are inspired by their Minecraft adventures and then build it in the game. Your kids can also create signs or write books within the game to practice reading and writing skills. So if your kids like writing, they can create a book, they can craft a book, then write in the book if they wanted to write down their adventures of things that happen in Minecraft. And there they can also do speech to text, they can type it on their device. So it doesn't have to be laborious or anything like that. If your kids enjoy reading Minecraft content, you can also buy them Minecraft fiction books, and then they can use that as kind of ideas for things to build in the game. Some of the popular fiction books that we've liked are Minecraft Wood Sword Chronicles or Stone Sword Chronicles. There's also one called Trapped in a Video Game that's super unique. Number 6, the 6th way that you can incorporate Minecraft into homeschool is to explore Minecraft's topography and chat about how certain landscapes would be represented on a map in real life. You could also recreate landscapes, landmarks, and geographic features within Minecraft. So Minecraft uses mapping so kids can get used to the concept of north, east, west, south, and using a compass. Minecraft's coordinate system is a simplified version of real-world geographic coordinates used for navigation. In real life, coordinates represent specific locations on Earth or in a defined space, using systems like latitude, longitude, and altitude. In Minecraft, they use something called the XY system. So X is your east-west position, the horizontal line. Y is your height or altitude. And Z is your north-south position. Players can use those coordinates to locate positions in the game world, navigate to locations and other players, or to plan structures. One key tip is go ahead and enable those positions when you create the game. And then when your kids build their home for the first time, make sure that you make note of those coordinates, because too many times your kids will get excited, they build their home, but then they go off and explore the rest of the land, and then they can't remember where they built their home. So just mark those coordinates down to make it easier to find later. The seventh way to incorporate Minecraft into your homeschooling is to create problem-solving quests. So you can set common goals for you and your kids and have them problem solve how to accomplish them. So, for example, maybe you need to craft or brew something a little complicated and it takes lots of different items. This requires critical thinking and collaboration to complete. One that we like to do as a family is we like to complete raids on a village. So that requires going and getting a bad omen by killing a pillager captain, and then taking it back to a village to actually start the raid, and then you've got bad guys to battle together. Another thing we like to do is to heal zombie villagers. So this requires a very specific potion. You have to have gold apples, and then you have to coordinate to get them into one certain spot. So those kinds of things where you're having different challenges, where you're having to work together, you're having to obtain supplies, can really help you with problem solving, to delegate, to figure out who's going to cover what, and kind of engage those social dynamics as well. The eighth way to incorporate Minecraft in your homeschooling is by using coding and redstone engineering. So Minecraft is really cool for coding concepts. So it introduces basic coding concepts through their redstone system, and it mimics electrical circuits. So students can learn about logic gates, circuits, and automation by designing and building their own redstone creations. If you go on YouTube and you just Google Minecraft redstone creations, you'll see that these things can be simple as an automatic opening door to very, very complex, like whole farming systems. It's pretty amazing what people can create. Those are things that you're going to need to know how to do in real life for engineering, for programming, for circuitry, for electronics and robotics. So those skills can be laid. The foundation of those things can be laid when you play Minecraft. As you can tell, I really love Minecraft. We play it a lot with our kids, and we've used it in a lot of different ways throughout the last few years. I encourage you to give Minecraft a try. If you're hesitant, let me know what kinds of questions you have. We'd love to learn more about how we can help support you in incorporating Minecraft into homeschool. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Continuing Education. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcast player, or visit us at continuingeducationforhomeschool.substack.com for more episodes content, and to contact us with your ideas of other topics we should cover.